Jesus is not God. Jesus is not God's son. Jesus is a prophet. Jesus is a messenger of God. He was sent, like all the prophets before him, to deliver a message on behalf of God. But before I reverted to Islam from Christianity, the thing I didn't understand was, why was Jesus allowed to perform miracles? He was doing things that no other human can do. So, is he not divine? Is he not God? The thing we have to understand is that he was doing these miracles, he was performing these miracles with God's permission, only because God allowed him to do it. But the reason why he performed these miracles, and why all the previous prophets were able to perform miracles, was to show that they were not like other humans. It was to validate the message that they were actually sending. It was to act as a sign of the prophet's truthfulness and authenticity. It strengthened the faith of the people around them. Because when you were to see these people performing these miracles, it made you actually realize that there is a higher power. There is a God. There is an ultimate creator and almighty. So, the same reason why Abraham was able to be thrown in fire and to survive, the same way Moses was able to part the sea and have his staff turn into a snake in front of all of the wizards and all of the magicians, the same reason why Noah was able to build an ark and survive the great flood, the same reason why Joseph was able to interpret dreams and ultimately become such a high standing person in Egypt, and the same reason why Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and peace be upon all the prophets, was able to split the sea and actually receive the Quran, which is the greatest miracle of this world. It was to validate the fact that they're prophets and messengers. So the same way Jesus was able to speak as a baby, or heal the blind, or walk on water, it was the same reason why all the other prophets were able to as well. So we cannot use those reasons to justify that Jesus is God and Jesus was God's son, because all the other prophets perform miracles as well. But we have to understand why they perform miracles. It's not to show that they're divine. It's to show that they were divinely inspired. And there's a big difference. So that's reason number one. There's going to be 14 more reasons, inshallah, God willing.